Probando. Probando. I've been wanting to do this the entire time that I have had a streaming career such as it is. Since we're on the air now, I would just like to say one thing. Fuck.
Yes!
All right, this is Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña en vivo After Dark. This is, as always, Isidro Montalvo Espinosa, broadcast coordinator for Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña en vivo. With me, as always, is my co-host. I should have thought of a better nickname given it's Halloween.
Yeah, do you have one for yourself?
No, not really.
Okay.
I don't consider myself particularly spooky.
Fair enough.
The awe-inspiring Louisa.
I'll take it. Thank you! This is gonna be a great fucking game.
Right, so, as you may have noticed, if you looked at the content warnings that you should have before you signed up for this, this is not going to be your normal night of theater. We are doing Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña After Dark to see if there's any interest in us occasionally doing a game where we swear, tell dick jokes, read different emails. I guess they are technically emails if a Google Doc is a kind of email, but read different
Sure.
commercials and generally just try to get slightly more risque than usual. Also, probably get actually mad when the players fail to make the correct plays.
Yeah, well, of course, you have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I cannot wait for you to blow up your mic yelling at Frank somewhere around inning 4.
Listen, I don't have a problem with Frank unless he drops the ball, which he's not gonna do today.
Okay. I respect your optimism. Meanwhile, all I'm going to say on the subject is that I did not realize somehow until about half an hour ago that I have the unique advantage that this means I can swear in 2 languages.
Nice.
One of my favorite things is watching people try to skirt the FCC rules by swearing in other languages, but then once it turned out that enough people spoke those other languages and also were snitches, they had to
Yeah.
slightly change the pronunciation of the words, and so you can see a watershed line when the word goes from cojones to cajones on American television, at which point Elliot Stabler is just talking about some guy having big boxes.
That's the dream.
Yeah, we could all use them. In fact, actually, no. The problem I usually have is I never have medium boxes. Every time I'm trying to mail something, the box is either too small or too big.
A medium box to contact the other side. Happy Halloween.
Living in a medium box. That's right. So we have a ball game tonight with blackjack and hookers.
That's right.
Yes,
Fuck.
this is like if Bender
I need to.
Rodriguez were running the Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña.
I need to. I need to recalibrate my mind to think about how I normally swear and not just say the word fuck a bunch of times, because that's not what I normally do.
Yeah, but you are doing it tonight so far.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes.
Like you've
I
done it
don't.
more than me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't like it. I want to have more finesse to it. I need to work on that.
You want to do the mal mot juste. You want to pick the moment to drop the curse.
Exactly.
Words. Yes.
Exactly.
Whereas I descended from the Caribbean masters of the swear word that are Cubans, have never been more prepared for an assignment. Anyway.
Very good.
So, this is our ball game. We've got the Campeonato de las Ligas. For the Crimson pennant in Liga Betances, we have visiting in their beautiful purple, blue, and black uniforms, the Cuervos de Patillas. Hosting them tonight at La Timonera in Naguabo, scenic Naguabo in Puerto Rico, in sapphire, gold, and black, are the Navegadores De Naguabo, our beloved Naves, who are going for their 4th Crimson Pennant of the decade. While we watch this game, we will also be paying attention to what's going on in Liga Ostos. Guanica won the first game of their series for the Sky Pennant. And now Eunosto Gutierrez will face Luis Castro, two of the best pitchers you will find anywhere in Liga Hostos, for Game 2. So we'll check in with them periodically. We've got a full itinerary tonight. We've got entertainment involved in pretty much every inning, some of which you may be expecting, some of which we think is going to come out of a very spooky left field. Because after all, it is Halloween.
Yeah. That left field's got scarecrows in it.
That's right. Hello, Will. How you doing? So,
I will.
I think it's time we get started, but before we read the lineups and have our first pitch, as you know, we are normally sponsored by Dr. Gonzalez's Wood Tar Liquor, but for some reason, they did not want to be associated with the After Dark broadcast, and we had to scramble to find a different sponsor. I am happy to say that we did, otherwise, of course, we wouldn't be able to put this on. Louisa, who is this mysterious benefactor?
That would be Dr. Bloom's pills. These pills are a powerful invigorator for the sexual organs of both genders. Strengthens the nervous system as well as the cerebral one. Only complete and total remedy for those who have weakened themselves by the excessive abuse of Venus or solitary pleasures. You know what I mean. Its effects are immediate, safe, and permanent, and they are pleasant to take. Priced at $2 a bottle, for sale in all pharmacies, especially Dr. Carlos Monegas Pharmacy in Mayaguez. The Bloom Remedy Company, 48 Broad Street, New York.
Truly.
I like that the results are permanent for these pills.
Yes. It doesn't specify how many pills you have to take for the results to be permanent either, which is what I find interesting.
Yeah, very true.
These pills will turn you into a cyborg. You know, it might as well say that in terms of telling you that the effects are permanent. What are you talking about?
That's what happens if you take too much colloidal silver. It does turn you into a cyborg.
That is true, yes. Which is why you should do more of it. If you start turning blue, that's just stage one. You need to keep going until the robotic components start generating on your skin.
Yeah, like Superman 3. Is that the one that scared me so much as a child? I think so.
I would not know. I wasn't
A woman
there.
gets taken over by computer in a physical hardware kind of way. It's super gross.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound pretty distressing.
Yes.
Okay, so the starting lineup for our teams today. First, for Says Will, why is Grow challenging the sponsor? Listen, in preparation for this LNP After Dark broadcast, I've been listening to nothing but Slipknot and the Insane Clown Posse all afternoon. So I'm just on edge tonight, all right? I'm down with the sickness.
Yeah.
Wah! So
I'm trying to think of any of their songs. I can't help
I cannot. Well, let's see. The Slipknot or Insane Clown Posse?
Either one. Magnets, how do they work? I know that part.
Yeah, it's Miracles. But also I was thinking of, let's see, there's Super Balls is an Insane Clown Posse song. Definitely have listened to that one approximately 30 times. And let's see. I believe they have one called I Stuck Her With My Wang.
You know, it's almost an art form to talk about sex in such a way that it sounds incredibly childish, but sure.
Yeah, well, that is the emotional age that they're stuck at. By the way, Will's reaction was to reply with ICP and 4 exclamation points, and I had no idea that one of our patrons was a juggalo.
Yep. Whoop whoop, isn't that what they say?
Yes.
Okay.
And you have to say it in that inflection, because I think if you say it with a rising inflection, why does Will know the title of another ICP song?
I hope you're enjoying a cocktail made with Faygo tonight, Will.
You know they sell that at the butcher that I get a lot of my holiday meals at.
Interesting.
I haven't dared to try it.
Is he a member of the family, or you don't know?
There are several of them, so I don't know if some of them are.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, the starting lineup for the visiting Cuervos de Patillas. Leading off, the designated hitter, number 13, Carlos Leon. Batting second and playing second base, number 7, Brian Feitner. Not sure. Batting third and playing left field, number 2, Buenaventura Urrutia. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 57, Luis Flores. Batting fifth and catching, number 14, Elias Luevano. Batting sixth and playing center field, number 37, Diego Murillo. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 3, Mario Gonzalez. Batting eighth and playing third base, former Navegador, number 91, Kwame Mapole. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 22, Adelmo Vasquez. I should mention, before we continue, that the Cuervos are, by consensus, the second best team in Liga Betances. So this is the clash of titans that you would hope would get to play for the pennant. It'll be interesting to see the results of this series. Whichever team wins, it must be said, deserves to win. There is no possible upset here. And now, having said that, oh, pardon me, Will says, I've been on a corpse reviver kick lately, so that is the cocktail. How seasonally appropriate. And now, the starting lineup for your Navegadores De Naguabo. Leading off and playing center field, number 27, from Newcastle upon Tyne, Graham Underwood. Batting second and playing first base, from Louisville, Kentucky, number 16, Rob Feaster.
The Grackle.
Batting third and playing left field, from Zhirinovsk in Russia, number 55, Jake Getman.
The Tank from Frank.
Batting fourth and catching, from Manzanillo in Cuba, number 17, Pablo Salmeron.
Rodijon.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter from Pyongyang, number 23, Kim Min Soo.
Bat breaker, but we don't
That's
call
right.
him that.
Batting sixth and playing right field, from Veracruz, number 56, Frank Del Castillo.
Diablo Rojo.
Batting seventh and playing second base, from Hampton, New Hampshire, number 4, Etaoin Sherdloo.
The Font of Wisdom.
Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 6, Benigno from Calle, Benigno Valdez.
You gave the game away because that's Benji.
And batting ninth and playing third base, from Hay in New South Wales, number 11, Wally Bach.
The Human Ripcord.
And pitching tonight for the Navegadores de Naguabo, from Conroe Switch in the new República de la Frontera, number 2, Ted Balloon.
Looney Balloony.
Ted Balloon closed out the last game of the previous round. Or pardon me, no, sorry, he closed out game 5 of the previous round, which went 20 innings. He pitched the last 3 1/3 of them, and everyone watching will be happy to know that he hit his second batter.
No, Ted, you weren't going to do that so much anymore.
Oh no, he led the league again in hit batters. 31 guys. He hit 31 guys.
Oh, Ted.
He did that. That happened.
Needs to stop.
Oh, hey, this says he didn't lead the league. Maybe he didn't lead all of the league? I don't know. Anyway, he came within 2 of tying his career record. So,
Wow.
he's hit 30 batters or more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons.
Wild.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's pitched 30 1/3 innings in the playoffs. He's got a 3-1 record, ERA of 1.48, 34 strikeouts to 3 walks, which means, you guessed it, he has hit more batters than he has walked in the playoffs.
Ted, you bastard.
Will says, I'm setting the over-under for Ted hitting batters in tonight's game at 3.5. If anyone wants that action, we want that action. Let's make it happen. Let's see. Over, under on Ted Balloon's hits batsman. Turns out that was already in the quiver. All I had to do was load it in and change the number.
Nice.
All right, boom. You have 15 minutes left to vote. So here we go. Carlos Leon at 835 OPS, 4 runs batted in. That's a tough bat. Let's see what happens. Let's check the weather. Cloudy with rain in the forecast. Temperature 24 degrees. Wind blowing out to right. And let's start this game. It's going to be a 1-2 count as we pan around La Timonera. Looks like they're denying you a view of the grotto.
Oh, come on.
By the way,
I do like to see the autumn foliage.
By the way, Jake Getman hit one into the grotto a few games ago.
Oh, nice.
Balloon gets a 4-pitch strikeout to start the game using that wicked changeup of his, 3 of them in that at-bat plus a curveball, and sits Leon down for his first K of the game. Brian Feitner comes up. He is sitting at an 809 with 6 runs batted in. I believe, I could be wrong here, but if I remember correctly, Brian Feitner won. Yes, he won the MVP for this series last year, even though his team lost it.
Wow, how did he manage that?
He was just that good.
Huh.
1 out, bases empty. 1-2 count for him. He strikes out, and Balloon puts him down. All changeups this time around. You know, sometimes we see Ted hesitate on the changeup, not use it as often as he probably should. No hesitation this time. He has thrown 1 curveball. Everything else has been a change.
Maybe he knows they're a really good team and he has to bring everything he has.
Exactly. And here comes Buenaventura Urrutia. 716 OPS. Hey, that's Buffalo's area code. No home runs and 13 runs batted in. Here goes nothing. 2 outs, bases empty. Urrutia, who won the batting title for his league. And he flies out to Underwood, who races in to make it happen. The Cuervos go down in order here in the top of the first. The Navegadores get their chance to make their first cuts against one of the few pitchers of Ted's caliber. Pitching tonight for the Cuervos de Patillas, number 35, Armando Rodriguez. Armando Rodriguez has pitched 45 innings in the playoffs. 3-1 record just like Ted. ERA of 1.80, 35 strikeouts to 15 walks. Rodriguez has a slider, changeup, and cutter, and it should tell you something about what an incredibly good pitcher he is, that with a 3-pitch inventory, he's been this good for this long.
Yeah.
He led the league in wins this year with 39.
Wow. So he just has great control, huh?
And great pitches, too. All 3 of his pitches are great. He faces Graham Underwood, who is sitting at a 589 OPS in the playoffs, 7 runs batted in, 4 stolen bases on like 10 attempts.
Oh, come on. Come on, Ham.
So here goes nothing. A 1-2 count against Ham, and he strikes out.
Ah.
Changeup and cutter back and forth at bat for Ham, and he goes down swinging. Here comes Rob Feaster, 752 OPS, 1 home run, 6 runs batted in against Rodriguez. He's got a 182 average. Let's see what Rodriguez does if he opens up the Cracker Jack box here for Feaster. 1-2 count once again. And he goes around on a check swing. The ump calls him out on a pitch up and away. Cutters and changeups so far. Hasn't gone to the slider yet. Let's see if he tries it out against Jake Getman, who comes up with the bases empty and 2 outs. Getman, despite 3 home runs and 10 runs batted in, both of which lead his ball club somewhat comfortably, is still sitting at an OPS of just 619. This is not what the Navegadores were expecting when they signed him. Let's see what he does here. 0-1 count. He led the league in runs batted in with 131. He hits that one to Feitner. Feitner over to Gonzalez at first, and that ends the inning. Neither
well,
side.
at least he didn't strike out, I guess.
That's something. Neither side gets anything going here in the first inning. This game remains a clean sheet.
Oh boy. Let's break up some of this action with a little note from Dr. Bloom's pills. If Martin Luther had been able to obtain a jar of Dr. Bloom's pills for his nervous maladies and great physical weakness, it would have been a blessing to him and a wonderful help for his work. But he lived 400 years before the creation of Dr. Bloom's pills, the remedy for all nervousness, weakness, and lack of vigor and vital force. There is no remedy for such ailments that provides better results than Dr. Bloom's pills.
You heard it here first, folks. If Dr. Bloom's pills had been around in the 1500s, all of Europe would be Protestant.
I imagine Martin Luther nailing up the theses and just pounding a hole directly through the church door because he's so strong.
Oh, I thought that sentence was going to end very differently. I had some questions about what he was going to use to pound the thesis to the door.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah. This is Martin Luther. We're talking about the moment, he sort of felt that his forces had been replenished. He'd probably get incredibly anti-Semitic about it.
I mean, yeah, probably, right? That's a safe bet.
Yeah. He certainly needed his mighty fortress back.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I cannot believe that I have sung a hymn, or rather, that I was at a Catholic Mass where a hymn by Martin Luther was sung.
Do they preface it with any way?
Nope.
Explain why?
Nope, they just sing it, and it is a hymn that is explicitly meant to argue with a pope. So I'm just going to say, and I know that this was an overused phrase for a while, but I think I am correct to say that this is cuck behavior.
I mean, I can't argue with that. You're right. When you're right, you're right.
And also, I think this is severely Anglophone behavior. I cannot see Spanish or Romance-speaking Catholics, I should say, ever doing that. Just zero acceptance for that. We know how to hold a grudge in the part of Europe that my ancestry is from. Mm-hmm. All right, top of the second, Ted Balloon, 9 pitches and 2 strikeouts over that first inning. He faces Flores, Luevano, and Murillo. Flores, who has a .250 average against Balloon, 3 hits and 12 at-bats, sitting in at 804 OPS, 11 runs batted in. He's going to go to a 2-2 count and pops it up. That's going to go into foul territory. It's Feaster chasing it down. He's got it. And that is out number 1. Curveballs and fastballs against Flores, one of the best right fielders in the league. He now faces Luevano, another tough bat in this lineup. Really, there are almost no easy outs. There are a couple, but even they seem to turn up now and again with heroic performances. Luevano, however, is just super good. 811 OPS, 9 runs batted in. Great catcher behind the plate. We'll see what he does. He will bring Ted Balloon to a full count, but then strike out on the payoff pitch. A fastball up and away, and on the 7th pitch of the at-bat, he strikes out. Ted's 3rd K of the night, as in the other game. Florida strikes first. They hit a sacrifice fly, and Narvaez is able to score to take a 1-0 lead off of Eunosto Gutierrez. Anyway, here in the top of the second with 2 outs and the base is empty. Here comes center fielder Diego Murillo. OPS of .501. No home runs, 7 runs batted in. I'm trying to see if we can find out what his numbers against Ted Balloon are, but he doesn't seem to have hit against him.
Oh.
So here goes nothing.
Yeah.
Another full count. Good AB. This really is the first time he's chasing him. And he walks him. Balloon gives up his 4th walk of the playoffs and puts what I remember as a pretty speedy man behind him. So let's see what happens with Mario Gonzalez, who's got an .812 OPS and 8 runs batted in up to bat, and has the most modern ball player face of any of the Patillas players so far.
A face that's seen an iPhone.
Close. 3rd full count, and he gets it. That was a costly inning for Ted. He spent a lot of pitches to get those 3 outs and strand that base runner, which is probably exactly what the Cuervos were hoping for. Ted went from 9 pitches to 35 over the course of that inning. Even if he got 2 more strikeouts, if they can shorten his outing and get to the bullpen, they've probably got a good chance. In the bottom of the second, Armando Rodriguez, likewise, just 10 pitches over that inning with 2 strikeouts. He faces Salmeron, Kim, and Del Castillo. Salmeron is currently sitting at an 819 OPS, 2 home runs, including a grand slam in the last round, and 9 runs batted in. And I think he's about to strike out. It's an 0-2 count. No! He just sends it directly to Gonzalez at first, who steps on the bag for out number 1.
Darn.
Still only took him 3 pitches, so that's unfortunate.
Damn, I mean.
Here comes damn.
I've grown accustomed to her face.
Which is the much more formal version of the Beatles' I've just seen a face. Here comes Kim Min-soo, who last week hit a home run on the broadcast. He's got 3 runs batted in, but boy, he is ice cold right now. OPS of 502. Very unfortunate since he was doing very well during the regular season. Let's see if that bat can get hot again. Here he comes with 1 out, bases empty. A 1-2 count. He went 3 for 15 against Patillas. And this one he hits high and deep, and it's gone! Kim Min-soo puts the Navegadores ahead with a home run to dead center. The first hit they've gotten all game, and he absolutely nailed that one. We're getting the tape out.
Incredible.
There we go. Now we're talking. We're getting the tail of the tape right now. 138 meters. That is a 452-foot home run right there. Let's watch that again. A changeup. Man, a pitch that should have tied him up. And he absolutely smashed it. I mean, I thought for a second that was going to stop early, but no, it goes all the way to the batter's eye. And for the second time in as many weeks, Kim Min-soo gives us a big moment for the broadcast. Armando Rodriguez, 18 pitches in, will now face Frank Del Castillo with the bases empty and 1 out. Del Castillo, 528 OPS, no home runs, 3 runs batted in.
I just thought he's on a cold streak. I don't like that.
Yeah, he and Kim have not been doing very well as he grounds out to the shortstop. Vasquez throws to first, and that's out number 2. Here comes Shirley, who on the other hand has been doing quite well during the postseason. After a tough campaign, he was in the negative wins above replacement until somewhere around August. One of the worst defensive second basemen in the league this year, actually. And we're not really sure why. In terms of relative ability, he's not rated worse than he was, so we don't know what happened there. It's not like there was a crop of much better second basemen and he was just outclassed. That is not what happened. So we're very confused. Welcome, viewers, as you join us in the bottom of the second. Eto and Shirley, the font of wisdom, with his 701 OPS and 7 runs batted in, getting ready to face Armando Rodriguez of the Cuervos de Patillas. He's at 21 pitches, having just allowed a home run to Kim Min-soo. He's got 2 strikeouts and 5 outs currently. Shirley here going after the first pitch, and he knocks it to Feitner at second. He makes the easy throw to first and ends the inning. We're through 2. The Navegadores take the early lead 1-0. Can they hold it? We head into the 3rd inning, but before that, yet another note from our sponsors.
Dr. Bloom would also like you folks to know that the Crown of the United Kingdom has 20 diamonds, together worth $150,000 in its main circle, and as a whole, the piece is worth $500,000. There are some who think that Queen Victoria uses it daily, but it is not the case. Dr. Bloom's pills are very cheap and cure insomnia, returning vigor and health to the debilitated and comfort to any who suffer from any disorder.
Are you starting to get the sense that Dr. Bloom is the kind of person that can only talk about one topic.
He always has to bring it back to invigorating pills, you mean?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, was it Martin Mull that played Dr. Seward in the Mel Brooks Dracula movie?
Oh, I don't remember. It sounds like it could be him.
He was just obsessed with giving people enemas.
Yes.
I distinctly remember that I watched that movie in school.
For the, what, literature? I'm trying to figure out what kind of tenuous connection there could be to.
It was elementary school, which makes it worse.
Huh.
Also, of course I was wrong. It was Harvey Korman.
Oh, okay.
Boy, that was dumb. At any rate, what I remember mostly from that movie was that, and that when Steven Weber gets covered in blood because he's repeatedly staking the vampire, he almost starts. Steven Weber is Harker. So he almost starts laughing. Because apparently they didn't tell him quite how much blood was going to come out of the corpse.
Interesting.
And then he asks Mel Brooks, who is of course Van Helsing, what have we learned or something like that? Or Mel Brooks says he forgot the most important rule of vampire hunting or something like that. And he says, oh yeah, what's that? And he goes, location, location, location. Because he was off to the side and did not get any blood on him.
Nice.
As Will points out, yes, it is in fact Hedley Lamar. What are you worried about? You'll be able to sue her. Anyway, top of the third, Ted Balloon at 35 pitches takes the third inning, 4 strikeouts and a walk as he faces Kwame Mafole, his old teammate. Mafole, 575 OPS, 5 home runs. And if you're expecting Mafole to have a home run, well, he is currently, I believe, second on the list of most career plate appearances without hitting a single dinger.
Ouch.
As he goes down swinging on a 5th pitch fastball. That's 5th strikeout for Ted Balloon. Here comes Adelmo Vasquez, the shortstop. OPS of triple threes. And you know what we always say on here? If the OPS, if the Western Roman Empire was still around for the OPS, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. 1-2 count on Adelmo Vasquez with 1 out and the bases empty, and he freezes him on another fastball. Very disrespectful pitching against him. That was almost middle, but he knew he'd get him. And he sits him down for out number 2.
I feel like there should be a bookend with the Holy Roman Empire, but I can't make it work time-wise.
Well, the Holy Roman Empire ceased to exist officially in, 1812? When Napoleon got rid of them?
Officially, yeah. I guess I associate it with, the late 1500s, really, but that's probably not its heyday.
Well, yeah, the late
Even
1500s,
that's too late.
no. It was probably the early 1500s when, coincidentally, Martin Luther, thanks to not having Dr. Bloom's pills, could only really defend himself. If he had had access to Dr. Bloom's pills, the Diet of Worms would have gone very differently. He would have just hulked out and destroyed all the Catholic nobility.
Yep.
I guess
that happened in this timeline. I'm trying to figure out how many timelines we're dealing with, how many alternate Earths.
Yeah, Martin Luther destroyed all the Catholic nobility of the Holy Roman Empire, which is why Puerto Rico is still a Catholic country. Interesting.
Yeah, Charles the First never got... No, I can't. I don't have enough specific knowledge to come up with anything.
I think you'll find that's Charles the Fifth of Spain, and Fifth Holy Roman Emperor and first of Spain.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. 5th. Fine. Yes.
Anyway, here we go. Carlos Leon is up. He's 0 for 1. He struck out last time, but here he's going to make contact, and right to Wally Bogg on the liner. Patillas goes down without much of a fight in that one either. Naguabo remains up 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the third. And the bottom of the Naguabo lineup. Valdez, Bach, and Underwood will face Rodriguez, who is probably having the better game long term. He's currently at 22 pitches over 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, and 2 strikeouts. Says Will, I am feeling very outclassed on my history at this point.
I only know enough to like do pretty well in Trivial Pursuit or Jeopardy. Like I don't really have any deep knowledge.
Yeah, no, we got like a triple dose of this era of history because we were getting it in English class, Spanish class, and social studies.
Nice.
So here we go. Benji Valdez, 671 OPS, no home runs, 3 runs batted in, 4 stolen bases. Other than Feaster, the base running game for the Naves has so far been pretty well controlled. That might be that having a catcher who can stop the running game has suddenly become a way bigger part of being a successful team. So here we go. Benji had a 2.62 batting average, 2 home runs, 70 runs batted in. But here, Feitner throws it. He dives, throws to second, throws to first, pardon me, from second. But he throws it away. Benji is awarded second as the ball leaves the field of play. That may be a costly error, letting the leadoff man aboard on an error on what should have been a sure out. Benji was nowhere near the base when Feitner dove for that one.
Wow.
Very unfortunate for the Patillas team. But if you're Wally Balk, this is your chance to cash in. Wally Balk's OPS is 420. Blaze it.
Woo! Marijuana.
That's right. Weed. 2 runs batted in. I actually don't think I checked the content warning for drugs. So let's actually try to avoid talking about that.
Okay, yeah.
But Wally Balk does still have the OPS of a jazz cigarette. As he strikes out on a changeup that was barely in the zone. Come on, bro. What are you looking at back there? Are the prescriptions that bad in 1907? Actually, you know what? I don't even...
Other to treat his glaucoma, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'd buy that for $1. Graham Underwood comes up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Man on second and 1 out. Can he do any better after those 3 cutters and changeup? He struck out last time, and there goes Benji breaking for third, trying to make it. Oh, the ball goes away. Another error, and Benji Valdez scores.
Amazing.
Without the benefit of a hit at any point.
Incredible.
I'm always saying that Benigno Valdez is the Victor Robles of the Navegadores De Naguabo, and now we have proof. Victor Robles, I think I have to explain this for you, is a real baseball player.
I guess,
sorry, a baseball player from this timeline, I should say.
Interesting distinction.
Well, I think these players are in some ways more real than the players from this timeline. But anyway, the point is, he used to play for the Red Wings here in Rochester. And once, we saw him try to steal second, catcher threw to second. The ball bounced into the outfield, but Robles had completely lost track of the ball. So everyone is yelling at him to get up and run, and he doesn't realize it for a few vital seconds.
Oh no!
He finally gets up, runs to third. He had plenty of time, whatever. Outfielder realizes, oh, he's going to break for third. So he throws to third, throws it away again, and once again Robles loses the ball, and we're all yelling at him, go home, score, and he finally does it. And it was pretty incredible. I think they still lost that game, too.
Oh, that's great, though. What a great moment.
So, base is newly empty with 1 out as the Navegadores jump ahead. It's now 2-0. Let's watch that again, because that was very silly. That is what superior speed can do for you. It creates chances like that. And now with the Navegadores doubling their pleasure, doubling their fun, but most importantly, doubling their lead. Here comes Ham Underwood to see if he can extend it. 2-2 count for Ham Underwood. He hits that one to Feitner, clearly trying to take advantage again, but Feitner's not making that mistake twice. He throws to first, I said it correctly, and gets the out. 2 outs, base is empty after, wow, that was a very varied at bat. We had cutters, we had sliders, we had changeups. Oh my.
Nice.
They made a movie actually about Feitner's fans.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he had a surprisingly big support group for a Canadian player that didn't hit a whole lot of homers in the Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña of the 1900s. Yeah, it was called Feitner Club. I was so expecting a curse word to answer that.
The first rule is you don't talk about Fighter Club.
That's right. Here comes Rob Feaster. He's 0 for 1 on the day. 2 outs, base is empty, and Rodriguez gets into a 1-1 count before Feaster hits that one into center field. Murillo races it in, and he's got it. That retires the side. The Navegadores get a run as we are through 3 innings. It's 2-0 to Naguabo as we head into the middle of the game. But before that, another word from another of our wonderful sponsors. Louisa, the booth is all yours.
Thank you. Our sponsor is, of course, Dr. Bloom again. Wonderful Dr. Bloom. Whether young or old, any man suffering from weakness or excess of nerves, who in a moment of madness has wasted his strength or enfeebled his mind, relaxed his nerves or extenuated his sexual forces, and who now finds himself suffering from terrible discharges and other losses, will find instant relief taking just 1 jar of Dr. Bloom's pills. They are not a temporary stimulant, but a permanent positive cure, restoring rapidly and invigorating all the nervous fibers and tissues of the body. Their good effects are immediately felt and have preserved the lives of thousands of people who have tried remedy after remedy without any success for many years. I like this. They try to be subtle, but it's hard to tell exactly what they're talking about here. Terrible discharges? Are they talking about a sexually transmitted infection? I don't know. I don't actually know. Wasting your strength and enfeebling your mind through extenuated sexual forces, though, huh? Am I right? I also do like that Dr. Bloom keeps telling you that the ills are permanent, and you'll feel so much better after taking just 1 jar. So are they letting you know that you'll only ever have to buy 1 jar of these pills and then be permanently cured? Well, they know you though, right? You're gonna get in trouble again. You're gonna extenuate your sexual forces again. You're gonna need more pills.
Tweets from 1907. Or actually 1886, right?
1886, yeah.
Tweets from 1886, who up extenuating their sexual forces.
Yeah. I'm saying the Dr. Bloom promises these pills are permanent, but you're going to get in trouble again, so you're going to need more pills. So they have a secured market there.
Do you think it was just alliteration as a marketing strategy? Permanent pills?
It's permanent positive cure. Maybe, yeah, it could be, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the 19th century version of putting random X's and Z's and Q's in your name.
Yes.
All I'm thinking right now is that 1886 era, the share zone, would have definitely been talking about extenuated sexual forces, but the difference is that they would have used a real skeleton.
A skeleton with an enfeebled mind. The words enfeebled mind are floating in the background.
Yes, the dumbest lich in all of North America. Can you imagine if you tried to put yourself into a deathless body like that? You had your phylactery and you thought I've nailed it, I've covered everything, and then you just didn't transfer all of your mental acuity and whatnot into the little soul gem or whatever it is. So your lich was just stupid.
Ooh, Black Mirror, season 12.
Black Mirror, yes, noted show that cares about magic.
Yes.
Charlie Brooker definitely.
What did Arthur C. Clarke tell us? What did we learn from Arthur C. Clarke?
Don't go into space.
Well, that's a good rule of thumb anyway. But
Yeah.
all scientific progress is indistinguishable from magic, etc.
It was all sufficiently advanced technology.
Yeah, but I streamlined it for a modern age.
Yeah, you got to do it for the ChatGPT generation.
Yeah.
You also have to mention
All,
somewhere in there that they're very wise for knowing that reference.
yeah. All science is magic. The end.
I believe this is literally the first. I believe this is literally the design. What was at the top of the design document for the RPG Arcade of Steamworks and Magic Obscura.
What the hell are you talking about?
I played that game a lot. It ruled. It was a group of, I think, people who helped on Fallout and Fallout 2. Left the company. They were laid off, and they worked on this other RPG where the thing was you could be a mage, but you could also use technology. And the thing is, you did mostly have to pick one side. You could do a little bit of both, but the stronger you went to tech, the less effective your magic would be, and vice versa. But you could become a mage, you could become a melee fighter, you could become a gunfighter, all sorts of different things, and you were embroiled in this epic plot and whatnot.
Don't they have that in D&D now? Can't you be an artificer where you can, like, steampunk yourself some magic objects?
Yeah, you can steampunk yourself. Hat of many years.
Yeah.
Says
That's a cool thing.
says Will. The main thing we learned from Clark is don't fuck with the obelisk.
That's right.
I'd put that on a t-shirt. Anyway, top of the fourth, Ted Balloon, 6 strikeouts over 3 innings, 1 base on balls, 46 pitches. He faces Feitner, Urrutia, and Flores. Feitner is 0 for 1. 1-1 count for Feitner, and he pops up. It'll be Sherlou, looks like, running in to get it, and he grabs it. It's out number 1. 2 curveballs and a fastball. Here comes Buenaventura Urrutia. He is 0 for 1 on the day. 1 out, bases empty. And here comes Ted. Last time he lined out to center field. This time on the 0 for 1 count. He breaks up the no-hitter. Hits one into short left. It's a base hit. And Urrutia will be on first base. Not a particularly fast runner, but that could almost be more dangerous. Here comes Luis Flores, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Man on first and 1 out. Flores hits that one up the middle, and suddenly we're in trouble here. Urrutia charging for third. Do they get him? They got him! Excellent throw from Ham in center field to retire the lead runner. Let's look at that again. As Valdez couldn't quite get to it. Underwood makes the 1-hop throw, and then Feaster has the presence of mind to throw to third and get Urrutia there. Flores gets to second, but they've got the vital second out here. Of course, first they have to get through Elias Luevano, the rare player in the Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña, whose name contains all 5 vowels.
Nice. Good for him.
1-1 count for Luevano. He hits that one to Valdez. Valdez has it, makes the throw to first, and the Navegadores get out of it. 4 scoreless for Ted Balloon. And, he didn't get a strikeout. Damn, I was hoping for 4 scoreless and 7 strikeouts for Ted Balloon. But Patillas fails to score. We head into the bottom of the 4th. The Navegadores remain ahead and have a chance to tack on some more, with Getman, Salmeron, and Kim into bat against Rodriguez, who is sitting at 36 pitches over 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 3 strikeouts. Getman, 0 for 1 on the day. 2-0 count. Getman! Lines one, and the tank from Frank is off to the races, as that is hit off the wall in left center. He's got a triple as he slides in, and the leadoff man is already 90 feet away.
Oh, man.
Jake Getman with the wheels this time. Sometimes he can do it just by hitting the ball far. This time he does it by bouncing it off the wall and turning on the afterburners. I would love to see where the ball ended up. Thank you. Here comes Pablo Salmeron. He's over 1, and he's got something of a specialty in productive outs. I can't tell you how many times during these playoffs he's managed to ground out to exactly the right spot to ensure they can't throw home. Let's see if he'll manage to do that again here. 0-1 count for Pablo Salmeron. He batted 287 with Crispy Rispies. And there he goes again. Feitner can't throw home, and that'll score the run. An RBI ground out from Pablito, and the Navegadores are up 3-0.
Incredible.
Well done from him. That's the essence of a catcher right there. Says Will, those ads in right field. Your newspaper. Gasoline. Sounds like a recipe for a good night out.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Kim Min Soo, who is hitting 154 in 13 at-bats against Rodriguez. And I'm not sure if that includes the mammoth home run that he hit off of him 2 innings ago.
That's so good.
This time, he takes Rodriguez to a full count. And unfortunately, cannot get it past Gonzalez, who throws over to Rodriguez to get Kim out. It's 2 outs and the base is empty now. Good AB from Kim Min Soo, recovering a bit from that cold streak. 7 pitches before he's out on a cutter. With 2 outs and the base is empty, here comes Frank Del Castillo. He's currently sitting in an 0-for-1 day. He has 5 hits in 25 ABs against Rodriguez.
Wow.
So rain begins to fall here. Frank Del Castillo hits that one right to third. Mafole has all the time in the world to throw over. And it's a 5-3. The side is retired. And Naguabo has widened their lead a little bit again. They are now up 3-0.
Nice.
We are
Folks.
okay.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Dr. Bloom has some more information for you. They furnish one with new life, providing renewed energy and strength to even the most extenuated constitution. All doctors and patients who have tried them speak of them in only the best terms. They are not an experiment or an empirical proof, but the legitimate results of more than 20 years of studies and practice by Dr. Bloom in the principal hospitals and colleges of Europe. Dr. Bloom's pills help bones and muscles acquire new life and energy and convert a decaying, sickly demeanor into the picture of robust health. The results are fast, the improvements immediate and lasting. There is no relapse. It produces natural desires and natural strengths. They are comfortable and pleasant to take. Just 1 pill before dinner. Each bottle contains 50 pills priced at $2. It is for sale in every pharmacy.
I like the Teen Girl Squad quality of that last one. It is for sale in every pharmacy. Ow, my forces!
Yep. My stomach.
Extenuated.
I like this, the principal hospitals and colleges of Europe. Do not bother asking questions. Don't worry about it. They're the good ones.
I also have some very important questions about what does it mean that it is not an experiment or an empirical proof? Shouldn't it have an empirical component?
I think maybe they don't know what the word empirical means, is my guess, is my best guess.
Yeah. I wonder if what he's trying to say is that this is not a medicine that only works in theory.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, that on paper, we think that it works, and we're testing it out on you, because this is a quack that we're talking about.
Right.
By the way, we've been talking about 19th century dick pills, which I guess is a whole different kind of drugs.
Yes.
Florida is now up 3-0 on Guanica in the bottom of the 4th.
Wow.
Just letting you know that. By the way, Florida was a wild card in these playoffs. Guanica, I don't remember what seed they were. They were not an especially high one, as I recall. I could be wrong about this. But what I do know is they are the reigning Sky Pennant, and they are getting pasted in this game.
Remind me of who their mascots are.
Florida is the Mogotes.
Oh, yes.
And Guanica is the amigos.
Yes. Very boring. Yes. I
Indeed.
feel bad for them.
Yeah. Ted Balloon, 59 pitches over 4 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. He faces Diego Murillo, Mario Gonzalez, and Kwame Mafole. Murillo drew a walk off of him last time, and here on the 1-2 count, he hits that one to Shirley. Shirley with the overhand throw to first, and that is out number 1.
I love those socks. I love those Cuervos socks.
Cuervo Sox, the fine Colombian, make tonight a wonderful thing.
You reference that a bunch, and I don't remember what it is.
This is the usual reaction I get when I quote Steely Dan lyrics.
Yes, I only know their one song, Ricky Don't Lose That Number, and I don't know any others.
I am somewhat familiar with A19 and Time Out of Mind.
Okay.
And Do It Again.
Oh yeah, that is them, isn't it?
Yeah. And Hey Rick and Ricky Don't Lose That Number, actually. I also know that one.
And Hey Ricky, You're So Fine, you were about to say.
Yes. I was also going to say that. That people don't know that Tony Basil was actually a huge Steely Dan fan.
Makes sense. All the pieces are coming together.
That's right. Mario Gonzalez, 0 for 1 on the day. 1 out, bases empty. And on the 3-1 count, Mario Gonzalez draws the second walk off of Ted Balloon. He's, again, only had 3 walks going into this game. And now he's offered 2 in this one. So this ought to be interesting. He will now face Kwame Mafole with a man on first and 1 out. Mafole is 0 for 1.
Awfully rosy cheeked there tonight, Kwame.
What's that?
I said awfully rosy cheeked tonight, Kwame.
Yes. Well, he's probably feeling pretty good about his team's chances here, even though this is a round where they lost last year. But Gonzalez hustles to second on a balk, apparently.
Oh.
So he'll be on second with 1 out. Ted must have not come set there. So it's a 2-1 count. 2-2 count. And Mafole strikes out. Change up way inside, but he gets him to swing at it, and it's out number 2. Ted will now face Adelmo Vasquez, who is 0 for 1 on the day. 2 outs, man on second. 0-1 count. Vasquez hits it to Balk. Balk has it, makes the throw across his body to first, and he gets him. Ted Balloon through 5 scoreless. The score remains 3-0, and the Naves yet again have a chance to score some more runs. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, in the bottom of the 4th, Guanica, has finally scored on Florida. Things are different now. It is 3-1.
I'm surprised our game is going the way it is. I really thought the Cuervos would keep it very close throughout the game, I guess.
These are the first and second teams. Navegadores first, Patillas, Cuervos second. In both runs scored and runs allowed in Liga Betances. So this is actually very surprising. Of course, it could just be that now that Ted has run through the lineup a couple of times, things could change. We'll see.
That's true. Yeah.
Says, well, I didn't know Bob Davidson was an LNP up. I'm going to be honest with you. I still don't know who Bob Davidson is.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 5th, Armando Rodriguez, 50 pitches over 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. Faces Shirley, Valdez, and Balk. Shirley is 0 for 1 on the day. As we are informed that the rain has stopped. And Shirley on the 2-0 count hits that one through. It's through the gap on the right side of the infield, and the leadoff man is aboard. The font of wisdom makes it to first, and Will informs us that Bob Davidson was also known as Balkin' Bob.
Sounds like a Garbage Pail Kid's name.
I would not know, but I like the idea. Man on first and no outs for Benigno Valdez, who's 0 for 1. You'll remember last time he made it to second on an error, tried to steal third. They threw the ball away, and he came home for the second Navegadores run of the game. He comes up with a man on first and no outs. I believe we just got some stuff from Wikipedia. Robert Allen Davidson, born August 3rd, 1952, is an American former umpire in Major League Baseball. Nicknamed Balkin' Bob and Balkaday Bob for his tendency to liberally invoke baseball's balk rule. Davidson was an umpire on the National League staff from 1982 to 1999. and he was on the combined MLB umpiring staff from 2005 to 2016. He worked one World Series in 1992, which was the Blue Jays, and several other postseason series. So here goes nothing.
Interesting.
Benji Valdez,
Yeah.
1 for 2. 1-2 count. He goes down swinging. Armando Rodriguez has his 4th strikeout of the night, and he will now face Wally Balk, who is 0 for 1 on the day. Man on first and 1 out now. 4 cutters to Benji, and he couldn't make anything with any of them. Okay. First pitch. Balk pops it up into foul territory. Mapola chasing it down, and he's got it. The guy he played behind. He gets out on foul territory. That turns the lineup over. And here comes Graham Underwood, who's 0 for 2 on the day. 2 outs, man on first. Can he do it? 3-0 count. And Rodriguez walks out. Underwood to first, Sherloot to second, as Rodriguez issues his first walk of the game. And here comes Rob Feaster, also 0 for 2 on the day. 2 outs, 2 on. And Rob Feaster on the first pitch, pops it up. That should end the inning and get us through 5. And sure enough, Vasquez has it and retires the inning. The Navegadores strained 2 more. They remained in the lead, but for how long?
Sorry, I'm fumbling around with my files. Here we go. Folks, I want to tell you about Dr. Bloom again, of course. And to let you know that you should send for Dr. Bloom's magazine. It contains valuable advice and instructions. It should be read by young men weakened by premature vices, men who are about to marry, and old men whose sexual power is in decline.
So,
Amazing. I cannot imagine what's in this magazine.
So roughly everyone except current husbands? Question mark.
Yeah. If you're in a good Christian marriage, you don't need these pills and this magazine, but otherwise you do.
If you give your wife side hugs, you don't need this magazine.
Yes, exactly.
I,
oh boy.
I assume that this is basically just Cosmo for men.
I guess so. Valuable advice and instructions. Intriguing.
That's right. Dr. Bloom learned all the names of the best sex moves in the principal hospitals and colleges of Europe.
That is where you learn it, right? Europe, that's where you go to find out all those things.
Exactly. You interview the patients. Obviously, they're there for, reasons. It's a thing.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Dr. Bloom.
Yep. What are we ever going to do about you? Anyway, we're in the top of the 6th. Here comes Ted Balloon. 7 strikeouts with 5 innings, 2 walks. And
Did the game just go quiet?
yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Just a second there. I hit Alt-Tab by mistake.
Ah.
76 pitches over those 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Here comes Carlos Leon. He's over 2 on the day. Hits that to Feaster. Feaster throws to Ted covering first, and Leon is retired. I would like to note that you can see clearly that Ted is nowhere near the base.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Neighborhood play. Umpire's like, close enough. Here comes Feitner. He's over 2 on the day. 1 out, base is empty. 2-2 count. And Feitner, big pop up into foul territory. Feaster's got it, running in. And it's out number 2. He popped up a fork ball, which is almost all the pitches he got this time. He got 1 heater and otherwise all forkies.
Is that what we're calling them now?
Sure. And here comes Urrutia, who is 1 for 2 on the day. 2 outs, base is empty. The Cuervos still held so far to 2 hits. And Valdez here is going to make sure that stays the case as he throws a bullet to first and gets Urrutia there. The Cuervos go down in order once again. And Ted has pitched 6 scoreless innings. If he can pitch another one, he gives his team time to get to the bullpen. Although we must say that a couple of guys that had been up to no good out of the pen by which I
They
really
started
just
making
mean...
trouble in your neighborhood?
Well, they did last year, or a couple of years ago, actually. And, well, I'm really just talking about Chad Hancock. He was awesome in the last game that he got put into. So maybe he's turned things around a little bit, which is good because he's very young and Canadian, so there are plenty of reasons to keep him around.
Nice.
Anyway, here comes Jake Getman, Pablo Salmeron, and Kim Min Soo to face Armando Rodriguez, who is through 5 innings on 63 pitches, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Getman is 1 for 2. He had that triple, of course. And on the 1-0 count here, he gets his second hit of the game right up the middle. Jake Getman with a single. Unfortunately, that does mean he's going to be tempted to steal, and he is 100% going to get thrown out. He has not been successful on the base paths.
Yeah, jeez.
Here comes Salmeron, who's over 2 with a ribby. Man on first and no outs. First pitch. He lances it into right center.
Nice.
Great sound off the bat. Almost at the grotto. And there goes Salmeron running for a double. The only question is, did Getman go for home? He did not. He held up at third to give more pressure to the pitcher, I guess. Or maybe he thought that throw from the outfield was going after him.
Yeah.
Says Will, nice grotto view on that one. You're damn right.
Yeah.
So,
that grotto.
with men on second, I think you mean love that fucking grotto.
Yeah, that's right.
In this game, anyway. So, here we go. With men on second and third and still no outs, here comes Kim Min Soo. He's 1 for 2 with a dinger today. Let's see what happens here. 1-0 count. Kim Min Soo with a fly ball into right field. We're going to throw. We're going to send Getman home. He's safe. Getman goes in, and the Navegadores score their 4th run of the game.
Incredible.
On an opposed sacrifice fly. Flores making a great throw home, and Getman getting there just ahead of the throw to score the run. They're up 4-0 now. Trading it out.
Wild. 4 runs in 4 separate innings. That shows that they're able to keep, like, they're not really bursting ahead, but they're able to keep getting this situation in their favor, like all these innings.
They're seriously pressuring Rodriguez, is what they're doing. They're
you think
constantly.
they're gonna pull him?
No, I highly doubt it. Although I don't know. I don't know if Patillas. Oh, they do have a pretty well supplied bullpen actually. So they could go. The question is, are any of these guys going to be better than Rodriguez? And the answer is very much no. So unless he throws a lot more pitchers, I don't see that happening. All right, here we go. Frank de Castillo, 0 for 2, comes up with a man on second and 1 out. Let's see what happens here. First pitch to him. He knocks it right to Vasquez, and Salmeron wisely goes back to second base before he can get double played. Here comes Sherlew. He's already 1 for 2. Let's see if he's got a second hit in his pocket here, as he's got 2 outs and a man on second. Sherlew also going after the first pitch. Hits that one right to Fighter, who drops it!
Oh,
His
man.
second error of the game, and Salmeron able to advance to third on that.
Wow. What's going on? So many errors.
I remember telling you that I wasn't worried for the Cuervos in the last round because I didn't think a 3-error game like that would be repeated.
Yeah.
That game also had 2 Fighter errors.
Jeez. That guy.
So here comes Benji Valdez, who's 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out back in the 5th. He's got 2 on and 2 outs. Let's see what he can do. We're just for safety's sake, we're gonna start getting Onbar and Varela ready in the pen. Actually, we're gonna bring in Hancock. Varela, we're gonna save for the closer. 2-0 count for Valdez, so it won't be a strikeout. Instead, it'll be a perfect gap splitter into right center. Salmeron will score. Will Sherlew as well. Big throw from Murillo in center field. It's It's a 2-run triple. Salmerón and Shirley score, and the Navegadores are now up 6-0. In this inning, they have once again doubled their pleasure, doubled their fun, and again, most importantly, doubled their lead. Benji hits his second 2-run triple in the last 3 games.
They heard me saying that they were just, they weren't ever breaking free. They were just getting 1 run now and again. And they heard me say that, and they had to get 3.
And if you're looking at Armando Rodriguez's facial expression, I think it's much more appropriate now when he's given up only 3 earned runs, but is losing this game 6-0.
Yeah.
With a man on 3rd and 2 outs, here comes Wally Balk. He's over 2. His OPS is 404, which is appropriate because his bat is nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
He knocks that one right back to the pitcher on a meek bouncer. He throws over to first base, and that will end the inning, but not before the Navegadores get 3 more runs. They now lead Patillas 6-0 as we head into the 7th. Before we says, Will, have we really gone through 6 innings without Ted hitting a man?
Incredible.
You said it. Before we continue, another word from another of our wonderful sponsors.
We have a new type of pills for you to take, probably along with your Dr. Bloom's pills. Can't hurt. This is Pruden Regenerative Pills. Sure recovery for impotence, diabetes, fatigue, and seminal discharge through the efficacious action of Pruden's Regenerative Pills. From the famed chemist-pharmacist in Lyon, France. Custodian in Puerto Rico, Don Francisco Guillermetti. So, you're gonna have to, we know about the things you can go in with your family and openly ask for in the pharmacy with a smile, such as wood tar liquor, but you're gonna have to speak privately with pharmacist Guillermetti to obtain these Pruden Regenerative Pills. I like that they've got, embarrassing sexual problems like impotence and seminal discharge. And then they just throw in diabetes in there. Sure, it's going to fix your diabetes as well. Why not? Imagine if it did, and you had to tell people. You wanted them to know there is a cure for diabetes, and it is some impotence pills. You just need to go and ask for them. It's important. You need to cure your diabetes. You're going to do it with these pills. And then 100 years later, that's like a little piece of trivia that you share. Hey, did you know that the pills everyone takes to make sure they don't get diabetes, those used to be for impotence? Weird, right?
Yeah. Really makes you think.
Yep.
Who do you think was the 19th century Wilford Brimley, is the question. Who was out there repping for the diabetes?
That's a good question. My first instinct is Teddy Roosevelt, just because they look similar. That's no good.
Yeah, I think a little bit too early for him. Although, I don't know, 1880s. I don't remember what Teddy Roosevelt was doing at the time. He was probably
Charging up
assistant
San
secretary
Juan
of the
Hill?
Navy. Not yet, that was 1898.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
The
probably
Rough
right.
Riders. Ooh. Yeah, I'm so tough. I'm taking on a bunch of tired-ass Spanish soldiers. Ooh. For the record, in LNP verse, Teddy Roosevelt got himself captured.
Nice.
Anyway, we're in the 7th inning. Middle of this inning, we have a surprise for you that you are not prepared. Just gonna let you
I'm
know
excited.
that right now. But before that, we have to get through the top of the 7th. Ted Balloon, 6 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 84 pitches. He will face the Heartsmen of the Cuervos lineup, Flores, Luevano, and Murillo. Flores is 1 for 2 on the day. So far, they've managed just 2 hits off of Ted. And if they're swinging like that, that's all they're going to get through, because Ted got him. 8th strikeout of the night for Looney Ballooney there, as he sends Flores down on 5 pitches, when with Anbar and Hancock finally ready in the pen. Here comes Luevano, who's over 2 on the day. Luevano acquired on December 30th, 1904 by the Cuervos, and he's responsible for the third hit. He's over 2, that's his first hit of the night, and he puts a single into right field. Here's where things could get interesting. Ted has a tendency to unravel once he lets guys on base. Here comes Murillo, who's over 1. Let's see what happens. Murillo runs into a full count only to pop up on foul territory on a fastball, which he plunked down and sort of shoulder high. Got him to swing on it and lifted it into the foul territory. 2 outs and a man on first, and here comes Mario Gonzalez, who's over 1 on the day, plus a walk. I think he's a good candidate to get hit, but instead he lines out to center field, and it'll be Ham Underwood to grab it. So nice. Patillas goes down, they get a hit, and that's it. Here in the top of the 7th, and I didn't expect to get to this part so quickly, but here's the thing, gente. It's Halloween, and you know that in the middle of the 7th inning, we like to have a poetry reading, and we are playing the Cuervos, so naturally, we wanted to read Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. But, this being the Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña, we wanted to read it in Spanish, and it took quite a bit, but unbelievably, we were able to find a metrical translation of The Raven that preserves the rhyme scheme of the original. This is by Miguel García Gómez. I found it at a site from Duke University. Miguel García Gómez may work there or have been a student there. I'm not entirely sure. So here we go. El Cuervo de Edgar Allan Poe. Cierta noche aciaga, cuando con la mente cansada meditaba sobre varios libracos de sabiduría ancestral y asentía adormecido, de pronto se oyó un rasguido, como si alguien muy suavemente llamara a mi portal. Es un visitante, me dije, que está llamando al portal. Solo eso y nada más. Ah, recuerdo tan claramente aquel desolado diciembre. Cada chispa resplandeciente dejaba un rastro espectral. Yo esperaba ansioso el alba, pues no había hallado calma en mis libros ni consuelo a la perdida abismal, de aquella a quien los ángeles Leonor podrán llamar, y aquí nadie nombrará. Cada crujido de las cortinas purpúreas y cetrinas me encargaba de dañinas dudas, y mi sobresalto era tal que para calmar mi angustia repetí con voz mustia: no es sino un visitante que ha llegado a mi portal, un tardío visitante esperando en mi portal. Solo eso y nada más. Mas de pronto me animé y sin vacilación hablé. Caballero, dije, o señora, me tendréis que disculpar, pues estaba adormecido cuando oí vuestro rasquido, y tan suave había sido vuestro golpe en mi portal, que dudé de haberlo oído, y abrí de golpe el portal. Solo sombras, nada más. La noche miré de lleno, de temor y dudas pleno, y soñé sueños que nadie osó soñar jamás. Pero en este silencio atroz, superior a toda voz, solo se oyó la palabra Leonor, que yo me atreví a susurrar. Sí, susurré la palabra Leonor, y un eco volvióla a nombrar. Solo eso y nada más. Aunque mi alma ardía por dentro, regresé a mis aposentos, pero pronto aquel rasguido se escuchó más pertinaz. Esta vez quien sea que llama ha llamado a mi ventana. Veré pues de qué se trata, qué misterio habrá detrás. Si mi corazón se aplaca lo podré desentrañar. Es el viento y nada más. Mas cuando abrí la persiana se coló por la ventana, agitando el plumaje, un cuervo muy solemne y ancestral. Sin cumplido o miramiento, sin detenerse un momento, con aire embarado y grave, fue a posarse en mi portal. en un pálido busto de palas que hay encima del umbral. Fue, posóse y nada más. Esta negra y torva ave tocó con su aire grave, en sonriente extrañeza, mi gris solemnidad. Ese penacho rapado, le dije, no te impide ser osado, viejo cuervo desterrado de la negrura abisal. ¿Cuál es tu tétrico nombre en el abismo infernal? Y dijo el cuervo, nunca más. Que un ave zarrapastrosa tuviera esa voz virtuosa sorprendióme aunque el sentido fuera tan poco cabal, pues acordaréis conmigo que pocos habrán tenido ocasión de ver posado tal pájaro en su portal, ni ave ni bestia alguna en la estatua del portal que se llamara nunca más. Mas el cuervo, altivo, adusto, no pronunció desde el busto, como si en ello le fuera el alma, ni una sílaba más. No movió una sola pluma, ni dijo palabra alguna, hasta que al fin musité, vi a otros amigos volar. Por la mañana, él también, cual mis anhelos, volará. Y dijo entonces, nunca más. Esta certera respuesta dejó mi alma traspuesta. Sin duda, dije, repite lo que ha podido acopiar del repertorio olvidado de algún amo desgraciado, que en su caída redujo sus canciones a un refrán. Nunca, nunca más. Como el cuervo aún convertía en sonrisa mi porfía, planté una silla mullida frente al ave y el portal, y hundido en el terciopelo me afané con recelo en descubrir que quería la funesta ave ancestral, al repetir nunca más. Esto sentado pensaba, aunque sin decir palabra, al ave que ahora quemaba mi pecho con su mirar. Eso y más cosas pensaba, con la cabeza apoyada sobre el cojín purpúreo que el candil hacía brillar. Sobre aquel cojín purpúreo que ella gustaba de usar y ya no usará nunca más. Luego el aire se hizo denso, como si ardiera un incienso, mecido por serafines de leve andar musical. ¡Miserable!, me dije, tus dios estos ángeles dirige hacia ti con el filtro que a Leonor te hará olvidar. Bebe, bebe el dulce filtro y a Leonor olvidarás. Dijo el cuervo, nunca más. Profeta, grité, ser malvado, profeta eres, diablo alado. Del tentador enviado, o acaso una tempestad trajo tu polvo, tu plaje, hasta este yermo paraje, a esta morada espectral. Mas te imploro, dime ya, dime, te imploro, si existe algún bálsamo en Galaad. Dijo el cuervo, nunca más. Profeta, grité, ser malvado, profeta eres, diablo alado. Por el Dios que veneramos, por el manto celestial, dile a este desventurado si en el Edén lejano, al honor, ahora entre ángeles, un día podré abrazar. Dijo el cuervo, nunca más. Diablo alado, no hables más, dije, dando un paso atrás. Que la tromba te devuelva a la negrura abisal. Ni rastro de tu plumaje, en recuerdo de tu ultraje, quiero en mi portal. Deja en paz mi soledad. Quita el pico de mi pecho y tu sombra del portal. Dijo el cuervo, nunca más. Y el impávido cuervo osado aún sigue posado en el pálido busto de palas que hay encima del portal. Y su mirada aguileña es la de un demonio que sueña, cuya sombra el candil en el suelo proyecta fantasmal. Y mi alma, de esa sombra que allí flota fantasmal, no se alzará nunca más.
Oh, oh, that was so wonderful. what a perfect Halloween poem to hear.
Whew.
I bet that took it out of you, huh?
Remarkably, that is the second language in which I have recited the Raven. Just give me a second here, and here we go. Okay. Will says best stretch ever. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. As we rejoin this game in the bottom of the sixth, Florida still ahead 3-1, but Guanica threatening with 2 outs, and the bases loaded. In the bottom of the seventh, Armando Rodriguez, 74 pitches, over 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He faces Underwood, Feaster, and Getman. Underwood is 0 for 2 on the day. Let's see what he'll come up with here. 2-2 count. Underwood pops up over the infield, and that is going to go to Vasquez. He brings in the can of corn and throws back to the pitcher. Says Will, he is still wearing his Cuervo shirt. I am, funnily enough, not wearing my Navegadores.
Oh.
Whoa! What a reverse! Guanica is now up 5-3.
Wow. All right.
Jose Aguilar just brought in 3 runs with a double, so they must have scored another one. But it looks like all of those runs have been unearned. Luis Castro has no earned runs on his line. So they have all been due to 2 Florida errors. Rough going. At any rate, with 1 out and the bases empty, here comes Rob Feaster. He's over 3 on the day. He popped out to short center field, this time on the 1-2 count. Chops it to Mafole at third. Mafole throws to first and gets in. 2 outs and the bases remain empty. And here comes Jake Getman. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He would certainly like to make it a 3-hit night. 2 outs, bases empty. It's a 1-1 count for Jake Getman. And here he goes. Launches that into midair, but it is dying towards Luis Flores. So we are through 7. The Navegadores unable to get anything going in their half. And we are just going to move on right to the 8th. There is one more piece of entertainment we'll have at the end of this inning. And then, as has become our custom, we will read another commercial at the end of the game. Ted Balloon, 104 pitches over 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. I can now verify that the commissioner is sleeping directly behind me.
Oh, he's so good.
How he's sleeping through all of this, I have no idea. He's a very skilled sleeper. I wish I was as good as he is.
Yeah, the commissioner doesn't concern himself with matters of baseball. That's how.
That's how he's the best commissioner. That's right. He pretty much just lets things happen.
Yeah.
You know what's very funny? I don't think either one of us has cursed in a while.
That's true. Although you did curse at the Raven.
Yeah, but not technically. This wasn't like a modern translation when he calls the Raven out cabron or something like that.
Oh God.
Can you imagine?
A swear-filled Raven update.
Yes, exactly. To a beat.
Yes.
Yeah. Real beat poetry right there.
The thing I love about the Raven is it's like a Rorschach test, right? This person, like so many Poe stories, it's descending into madness. So things that are innocuous suddenly become evil. And you could really if you were committed to just getting really angry and swear-filled and crazy about it, you could project a lot onto this Raven.
Yeah, it's Marshall Mathers is the Raven.
Yeah, exactly. What'd you call me? You're just freaking out about it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is just reminding me of the bit about what if Ice-T had been in Deep Blue Sea. He would just be telling the bird to shut up the entire time. Anyway, Will says Will has just discovered that he is also not getting censored.
Oh, very nice. We've all got carte blanche here in this
That's right.
up
This bitch of an earth.
something. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Ted Balloon, 104 pitches over 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He faces Mafole, Vasquez, and Leon. Mafole 0 for 2 on the day. 2-1 count. He struck out last time he came up. Here, it's a roller to Salmeron. Ted also reaches for it. Oh no! Salmeron throws it away.
Heck? Now they're doing errors. I don't like this.
Little bit of confusion there from Ted and Pablito trying to both get to the ball, looks like. And they couldn't figure it out. Pablito rushes the throw, and it goes away from Feaster. Couldn't take it out. So, with a man on second and no outs, Ted will now face Adelmo Vasquez, who's over 2. Adelmo Vasquez, 28 for 146 with Brispies, and he goes down swinging on a fastball. 2 changeups and 2 fastballs. Man on second and 1 out now. Here comes Carlos Leon, who's 0 for 3. Bullpen ready to go if needed, but Leon grounds out to Valdez, who throws to first, and that is out number 2. So it looks like Ted's going to manage to get out of this one, too. Brian Feitner comes up. He's 0 for 3, and he's directly responsible for several of the runs that poor Armando Rodriguez has suffered. He also has 1 hit and 3 at-bats against Ted Wilbur. Let's see if that's the Brian who showed up today. It is not. He rolls to balk. He makes the throw in 1 smooth motion. Feaster has it in plenty of time, and that is over. The Navegadores lead the Cuervos 6-0 as we head into the bottom of the 8th. The Naves have another chance to add more runs here. Why they would need to is beyond me, but you know.
They want to rub some salt in the wound.
That's right. Salmeron, Kim, and Del Castillo are up to bat. Salmeron 1 for 3 with a ribby on the day. Armando Rodriguez 87 pitches, ultra efficient. Over 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Here goes nothing. Salmeron, who had that double, takes Rodriguez to a full count and lines out directly to Feitner. Good catch. In fairness, we should give him a little bit of his own back after we've been slagging on him for being, you know, not holding on to the fucking ball.
That is a key thing in his job that he should be doing.
Exactly. 8 pitches in that at-bat. Let's see what Kim Min-soo has to say about it. He's got the most annoying batting line of all time, the Rush batting line. 2 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 home run, and 2 runs batted in. This is funny because Rush has an album named 2112.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know any Rush music either. I don't think I know any Rush music at all. I can't even name one of their songs.
Tom Sawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Spirit of Radio.
And they're a Canadian band.
Yes, they are. Very Canadian.
Yes.
Geddy Lee donated an extensive collection of Negro Leagues memorabilia to the museum in KC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
I think mostly baseballs that have been signed was his thing. I think that's what he particularly liked to collect.
Well, that's great.
Yep. Anyway, 1 out and the base is empty. I think Kim's about to strike out, but we'll see. 0-2 count. Yep, nailed it.
Oh.
He was frozen with a changeup. Rodriguez gets his 5th strikeout. And here comes Frank Del Castillo. He's over 3 on the night. Let's see what he's interested in doing here. As we put Anbar and Hancock back into the pen. Actually, I don't think we need Anbar in a situation where they're up by 6 runs. Let's put Baxter.
Insult them with Baxter.
What was that?
I said insult them with Baxter. We're only putting Baxter out. That's what we think of you.
That's right. Del Castillo gets a walk. He takes his base. Here comes Sherlew, 1 for 3. 2 outs, man on first, and a 2-2 count on Sherlew. He strikes out. Rodriguez gets his 6th strikeout of the night. Naguabo remains ahead, getting just 1 walk in that 8th inning. Before we continue, however, I want to just take a moment to go around the other leagues who have mostly had their playoffs at this point. The Cuban, Mexican, and Venezuelan leagues are still going towards their playoffs, or they have not completed theirs. And the League of the Great Lakes has also not finished theirs. But I can tell you that in the Crown of the Four Flowers, the London Fog got to stamp a rose into the crown, beating the Limerick Gandalos from Ireland. In the Royal... Go ahead.
No, nothing. I didn't even know that tournament was happening currently, but...
Well, it's
result.
just over, but yeah. In Canada, let's see here, the Thunder Bay Sleeping Giants beat the Quebec City Dons in their championship. Well, that's Eastern Canada. In Western Canada, Kamloops defeated Moose Jaw, so that's the fur traders over rum runners.
Mm-hmm.
In La Frontera, in the southwest of what you would call the United States, the San Marcos Cadavers beat. Let's see here. Who did they beat?
I like that feels pointed, like it's directed at me, that I would call them the United States, and I would be the asshole
That's
for
right.
it.
Yes. The San Marcos Cadavers beat the Tempe Olympians. And in New England, the Burlington Lightermen defeated the Templeton Red Onions. So Vermont is holding strong this year over Massachusetts.
Nice.
Am I missing one? Yes, I am. In the Liga Veraniega de Principiantes, the Malditos de Naguabo won it all. And by the way, won both the number one pitcher, Bob Pitcher. I guess he had to be the number one pitcher. His name is literally Bob Pitcher.
He fucking better be.
Exactly.
That's his goal, yeah.
And they also won the MVP thanks to Francisco Boucher.
Nice.
And lastly, in the European League, Venezia, the Mascherati, the masked ones of Venice, defeated the, I believe, Munich Scheffler. Yep, I am correct.
Nice.
The MVP in that one went to Sal Mastroianni. Sorry, it's the end of Italian Heritage Month. I don't know if you knew that. And turns out, the only way I could like Italians less is to know that they have an entire month just for that.
I've never heard of this before, if that makes me feel any better.
Yeah, I guess it's because it's Columbus Day this month.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure you know that they're still okay with everything he did.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird that they make such a big deal out of Columbus, considering he only got to do any of the terrible things he did because he was bankrolled by Spain. You think the Italians would have picked someone that they could say through and through, like, all his achievements were Italian, but I guess not.
Yeah, well, the Italians were always doing that because Giovanni Caboto, John Cabot, was also employed by somebody else, you know? But what I really want to talk about here is the fact that I just realized that it's because it's Columbus Day. And how fucked up is it, finally get to say that,
Yep.
that Italian Heritage Month rips right through the second half of Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up, but yeah, absolutely.
Especially considering that it's because of Columbus Day.
Oh my god. Yep, you're right. Everything's bad. Everything's bad forever.
But not in LNP verse.
Oh, exactly. There we
We're
go.
in the top of the ninth. Ted Balloon on 118 pitches, over 8 innings with 3 hits, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts, is going to get to take on Urrutia, Flores, and Nuevano. So this game could still get interesting. Why do I keep putting the same pitcher in the bullpen when he's tiring?
You just like him. You like his face.
I do, yes. Just playing a little catch and release with Chet Hancock here. That sounded like a euphemism for something. I'm very sorry.
Tonight's the night to make those types of comments.
Very true. One of my students once suggested Tonight is the Night as a band name. But I countered with Percussion Protocol. Which is
Sounds
literally...
like a
Go ahead.
Dan Brown novel.
Percussion Protocol. Yeah, it's not a bad point. I'm just imagining, like, it's the opposite. Is there a band that has no drums? Is what I'm trying to figure out right now.
There must be. That must be one of
Yeah.
those things where you don't think about it, and that's the trivia someone says at a party. Like, did you know Rush or whoever? You know they never had a drummer? And then you're like, huh, I never
To pick...
noticed.
Okay, wait. I know... Okay,
I only
to
mentioned
pick...
Rush because we just were talking about Rush, and
To-
I know
yeah,
it's not a good choice.
It's possibly the worst choice, given that
know
one of
that.
the things Rush is famous for is their drum arrangements.
I know. Listen, I
Neil-
can't think of one that doesn't have a drummer. This
Will
is the problem.
Will literally just shouted Neil Peart in the chat.
Of course.
All right, top of the ninth, Ted Balloon facing Urrutia, who's 1 for 3 on the day. All right, let's see what's up. 1-1 count. Urrutia with a lance to Sherlou. That's going to be an error. Yep. Feaster has to go get it, and boy, nobody is making their throws to first, huh? Shirley with a terrible throw there. And Urrutia takes second as he dove for it and couldn't corral the ball correctly before making the throw. So, dangerous runner on second with no outs for Luis Flores, who is 1 for 3. First pitch to him. Flores rolls it out to Ted. He throws to first, makes sure to throw to first correctly, and gets him out. Out number 1. Okay, is Hancock doing okay now? Can we put him back in? Yes, we can. At 122 pitches, Ted will face Elias Luevano, who's 1 for 3. Going out to the first pitch as well. Luevano through the right side. There goes Urrutia. Let's see, can Getman get this throw off in time? Oh, don't leave him on the corners. Interesting. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure they would send Urrutia home. He's pretty fast. So
yeah, you feel like this is the time to make those big tries, swing for the fences.
Exactly. So, top of the ninth, runners on the corners, 1 out. Here comes Diego Murillo, who's over 2 with a walk. He's got to take a very smart at-bat here. And it's a 2-1 count. Murillo hits it into center field. Underwood chasing down. He's got it, calls for it. I'm guessing they're going to tag Urrutia. Yes, they will. He scores, and it's 6-1 now.
What on earth? Ugh, you let that happen right at the end of the game? Come on.
It's a sac fly, and Ted, it won't be on Ted's ledger because it's not earned. So,
yeah,
it doesn't cost him anything. Except the shutout, I suppose.
Yeah, you had the shutout going until the top of the 9th. Yeah. Terrible.
And now he will face Mario Gonzalez, who is 0 for 2 plus a walk. He hit quite a bit worse on the road, which is probably why we look at an 0-2 count, or 0 for 2 line here. 2-2 count. Gonzalez hits one into center field. Underwood has it, and that's your ball game. Woo! As the Naves chase the last 2 Cuervos off of their field, literally, as if they were shooing actual birds.
Nice.
Patillas loses the game 1 6-1 thanks to 3 errors. Ted Balloon gave us a great quality start yet again without hitting anybody, but he did get a balk. 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, which was unearned, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Armando Rodriguez takes a second loss of the postseason. 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 runs, only half of which were earned, so he still would have lost. 2 walks and 6 strikeouts, and of course he gave up one of the absolutely most monster dingers I've ever seen. During a game.
A monster mash, if you will.
For Halloween, you might say. Yeah, indeed. So, I'm sorry to say...
just occurs to me, I haven't heard that song yet this year, and I must correct that before the night is over. Okay. I'm putting a pin in that. What did I hear
this morning? It was Thriller. Did they play Monster? No, they played Ghostbusters.
That's also a good one.
I love that the response when you choose the prediction outcome is nobody thought this would happen.
Nice.
That's very good. Well, gente, we're going to try to get through the rest of the pennant championship over the next week because we're actually making pretty good time, and we would love to get to the 1908 season before the year is over so that we can, just kind of keep rolling with it.
And before the night is over, we have one more word from the sponsor.
Go ahead.
Gotta cram in every last pill, if you know what I mean.
Now you're sounding like it's a euphemism for something.
Tonight's the night for it. Okay. Dr. Henry's specific pills are what I want to tell you folks about. These are also known as the Great English Remedy for the rapid and complete recovery of impotence, seminal discharges, and all sorts of complications produced by sexual excesses during youth, virility, or age. That covers all of them. This specific heals even when other remedies have failed, and it is the only medicine that heals all cases of weakness in the nervous system. partial and total impotence, nervous prostration, also known as neurasthenia, consumption, spermatoria, and all kinds of frailty in the organism, such as a lack of virility and diseases of the genital organs. It is a sure remedy for all of women's weaknesses as well. I really like that. It gets so specifically into the many men's problems, and then it's like, and you know what? Also women. The
Also
end.
for girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Broads can have it too.
Yep.
Hmm.
Cram all your holes full of pills.
That's right. Don't do that. Bad idea. Was this the one that said it's for internal use, or was that Dr. Bloom's?
Oh, I think that was Dr. Bloom's.
Yeah, it's a pill. What did you think people were doing with it? Crushing it into powder and rubbing it on their skin?
Maybe. You're supposed to
Yeah.
do that with, what is it, vitamin E? If you have scars, you're supposed to break one of those capsules open and rub the vitamin E directly
Hmm.
onto your skin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, those ones filled with oil. Yeah, that's what they say anyway.
Cool. I
Yeah.
still won't be doing that.
Okay. Well, will you be getting all of these many pills and taking a full course of them to improve your life, etc.?
Well, as part of the sponsorship, they gave us several bottles, so I mean,
Yeah.
somebody's got to have them.
And one bottle is all you need forever because it's a
Mm-hmm.
permanent cure. So, yeah,
All, famous Beatles song, "All You Need Is Bloom."
there we go.
It's actually the sequel to "All You Need Is Kill," that Tom Cruise Emily Blunt movie.
Is that what it was called? Is that what the book was called?
That's what the manga was called. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. I had something here too, and now I can't remember. Oh, today I had to explain the whole like wandering uterus and hysteria thing
Oh, yeah.
because I'm pretty sure
Had to in quotes. Go on.
well, my students were all exercised because another teacher had talked about how hysterectomy, that the original idea behind it wasn't to actually treat any diseases, was to make women less hysterical, and that
Yeah.
it had nothing to do with the origin of with it being. This is the part where I was like, okay, you're teenage boys, you don't understand what you're talking about.
Mhm.
They were saying, that it has nothing to do with like it meaning uterus or anything like that, and I'm just like, but it does though. So I'm
Yeah. It's
explaining to them
just,
what
yeah.
the diagnosis of hysteria was and all of that, and all I ended up thinking was like, I think I need to talk to this teacher because I don't think this is what he said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it gets confusing in language, doesn't it? Because the uterus is considered both an organ, but then also as like a stand-in for the idea of a woman. So it kind of gets muddled.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, Will says I heard Monster Mash twice at work today and once at the eye doctor.
Nice.
Lit.
That's great.
I
Yeah.
don't think I want to hear Monster Mash at the doctor. If I hear I was working in the lab late one night when I go into a medical establishment, no, I don't want to be there anymore. I don't want you to be working at the lab late one night when your eyes beheld an eerie sight. That's the last thing I want.
What if they're working in some of the greatest hospitals and colleges of Europe, though,
Even
to develop
worse.
some
Even
pills?
yeah, to just make dick pills, even worse. Talk about a monster mash. Speaking,
Oh, you can't say that.
that's the sex moves Dr. Bloom learned over there, the Transylvanian twist.
Oh God, that's how Dracula
Will
got his
says
work
the
done. If you know what I
optician
mean.
sings. Um, Robin Williams once memorably said that you don't want a doctor who has a hobby, and I have believed that my entire life.
Mhm.
It's in their Google reviews repeatedly.
That's very weird.
I could not put up with this.
Yeah.
I barely put up. The whole reason I put off my eye exam longer than I should have is the last time the eye doctor said like maybe one weird thing, and that was enough that I was like, I don't know if I want to come back here. Also, I got
Yeah.
told I had thick eye nerves. That was pretty funny.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a sign
No,
of
it's not.
strength.
Apparently, I still have to be checked for glaucoma, all the time because apparently thick eye
Well,
nerves are abnormal.
that's bullshit because I've been told I have very thin eye nerves, and that's why I have to be checked for glaucoma all the time. They're just running some kind of scam where they want to check you for glaucoma constantly.
Yeah,
The eye
I think
doctors. That's
that's
how
I
they
think
make the.
that's exactly correct.
That's how they make the big bucks, checking people for glaucoma unnecessarily.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's their
Get their
racket.
ass. Get their ass. Where instead, if they were just giving everybody a bottle of Dr. Bloom's pills, this would no longer be an issue.
Permanent solution.
That's right. Please stop saying the words permanent solution. Permanent remedy, sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Permanent solution, just no.
True. Permanent pills.
Permanent pills. Permanent positive pills. Crisp crumb coating.
Mm-hmm. Ah, the French.
We should probably let them go, right? At this point.
Yeah, we all need to listen to the Monster Mash several times before midnight, so you're correct.
And then some of us need to Monster Mash, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about sex.
Oh no! Oh, it's so
That's
spooky.
right. Yeah, we gotta let them go so they can get to fucking.
Yeah, and I can't mention drugs. I can't mention drugs or alcohol.
No, I think you can mention alcohol because that's the one drug that's acceptable. I mean, it's not like we're sponsored by anybody, so you know, it's fine. We're not like going out here and going like release the Kraken or some bullshit. I also wanted to make sure I got in one bullshit.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Says Will, there's the After Dark content. I
Exactly.
wonder if wood tar liquor would be regulated in this day and age. Like if they would be like, we literally have no idea what to do with this.
What's the proof on it, do you think? Or if you sell it in small enough bottles like vanilla extract, maybe no one would care.
Wait, let me find out. Because there's gotta be what's that?
I know
fish?
there's turva.
Turva.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Turva. Here we go.
But I keep looking for it.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find it, to be honest with you.
It's a shame.
Yeah. Oh, turva just means tar, so that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it gets very complicated.
Let me see if I can find the liquor. I'm just oh wait, here we go. Turva Pine Liquor.
Mm-hmm.
For a 750 milliliter bottle, it's $18.
Okay.
Profile. I cannot find the proof on this. Also, it is for oh wait, here we go. 21%.
What is that comparable to? I don't know anything about alcohol.
That would be a 42 proof, so that's not that high.
Okay, so maybe it wouldn't be regulated.
Yeah, it's more I'm thinking about the materials. That might be why they'd be like, they just scratch their heads and go, I mean, this should be regulated, but we don't know what this falls under.
Yeah, I feel like there should be dispensation for alcohol that tastes so bad that children won't accidentally drink it, so then it's okay, right?
Children are real stupid. They'll accidentally drink anything.
They'll drink anything that tastes sweet. They're not going to drink a bunch of pine tar liquor, is what I think.
Maybe. I don't know. In this day and age, the number of the way people are getting, it's a possibility. I cannot discount it.
Fair enough.
At any rate, do you have any final thoughts about the ball game that we just watched?
It was a great game. I'm glad to see the Naves win, and the Cuervos shall win. Nunca más.
Very nice. I couldn't have done it any better than that. So let's let him go. This has been, as always, Isidro Montalvo Espinosa, broadcast coordinator for Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña en vivo. Gente, buenas noches. Gracias mil. Y el diablo los maldiga.